more misbehaving. No more miss me not. No more misbehaving. Then I'll see what you have got. No more stormy weather. No more, that's for sure. No more stormy weather. I won't see you anymore. Bring it down. Bring it back forever. Bring it down on the ground. Safe and sound. Bring it back to never. Bring it down on the ground. No more secret talking. No more nails on top. No more secret talking. I don't think you'll ever stop. No more misbehaving. No more miss me not. No more misbehaving. Then we'll see what you are not. Bring it down. Bring it back forever. Bring it down on the ground. Safe and sound. Bring it back to never. Bring it down on the ground.
I don't even know if our background music is playing because I don't have my headphones plugged in. So,
Yep, I can hear it.
okay. Here, I'll play it really loud here. Just hello.
And we're all on the
hello.
ones and twos.
Yes, hello everyone. Ooh, you could tell that I lost an hour.
I
Hello everyone.
know.
Welcome to the Black Unicorn and the White Witch, our live stream with myself, Miss Shannan and Tiffany Norton over there, my best friend in the whole wide world. You look a lot more together today than I am. So did you? So how did losing this hour today treat you? How did everything go?
I didn't remember it at all. I have not, of only almost 50 years of walking this earth, this is still something that every time it happens, I'm like, what? And it takes me like half a day to go around. The nice thing is now clocks update mostly, but I have a clock radio in my room, the old fashioned kind with the really obnoxious alarm as my backup. And yeah, I still got to change that one. And of course, it
go
drives you
off?
nuts.
Do you actually use it every day? Because I have
I don't
one.
use it every day.
Ah.
But if there's a plane, I use
Gotcha.
it. If I have to leave, if I have to like be up, I used it a lot when I was in radio.
Fair enough.
And when I did mornings because it's so obnoxious and it's across the room.
I have mine and I don't use it very often because I do seem very accustomed to, like, I don't sleep through my phone alarm, or at least I haven't. So now I need to knock on wood, because I haven't used mine in quite some time. It's still there and it's plugged in, but that's it. So that's it. So I don't know if we are working correctly. So here's what I'm going to do. So if I do this, Tiffany,
Hmm.
and I talk to you over here, how do I
Okay.
sound?
You sound fine.
Okay, I'm going to do, let's see,
There's a little
because
bit
it's
of
still
echo though.
picking up. We're going to go mute, and there we go. Technology.
There
So
you go.
what we're going to do is we're going to take this on the road
Okay.
because the weather has been incredibly nice. If anybody is joining us outside of the Twin Cities, for the way things, oh wait, I forgot, I want my coffee cup. So the way things have been is that it does actually seem very spring-like today. Um, and because of that, I would totally understand if Cyclone Kid does not want to stay in the house.
Yeah.
So
We don't want
why
to
am I
stay in the house. Yeah.
even gonna like set my right? So just come upstairs on the laptop, and in the background that I was listening to Jazz Fusion channel today.
Oh, fun.
And that is what I was doing, trying to like chill out because losing this hour
Yeah.
was kind of rough on us over here. So, hey, Paul, good to see you.
Do you know that? Hey, Paul, did you know that there are more car accidents tomorrow? It's statistically one of the deadliest days on the road. People have a hard time adjusting their morning routine to the hour
Right.
behind, and it tends to people end up running late, and they're very frustrated, and that's really when you fully feel the impact a day later of that lost hour and goofing with
Fair enough.
your schedule like that. So yeah, it's a deadly day to drive. So be careful
Oh
tomorrow.
no. So
Yep.
everyone be careful tomorrow.
Oh, yep.
24% more.
Mike says 24% more. Yep. It's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Wow. Just, I mean, what I mean, there's all these studies that go back and forth about how important sleep is to us and those kind of things. So you think that we would just give up on certain things. Wow, Paul said he almost got rear-ended twice last night. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Because we're gonna check on Cyclone Kid and see what kind of mood he looks like he's in.
Yeah.
Cause I did not turn on my remote thing so I can put everybody up. If you wonder what he's doing in his room, what 14-year-olds do. There's
Yep.
my newly minted 14-year-old.
He's playing on his tablet like
Yep.
you do.
Right. Yeah. So on top of everything else, he got his phone wet. So that
Oh,
is our
God.
hashtag blessed moment. The fact that I've got I have a phone, he has an iPad, I have a laptop. We have like there's so much technology in this, and to so many of our counterparts, not only in this country but worldwide, kind of thing. I certainly know that I'm very fortunate as far as the technology goes, because it's like, well, which one of these things are you going to use? Yeah,
Right.
so we're good.
Yeah. Well,
So,
did I ever tell you this story? My son was over at my parents' house and dropped his phone in the toilet. And so, my mom's like, oh, get a bag of rice. And
yep.
so put the phone in the rice to dry it out. And then my kiddo takes the phone out of the bag and watches grandma re-pour the rice into the container in which it all came from and just didn't say anything.
Wow. Wow.
You know?
know what? So here's the thing. Like, I intentionally didn't do that. This rice that I used today, because I put it in there, and then I noticed that there appeared to be something. Yeah, correct, Paul. Yes, quite delicious.
Oh, yeah. Toilet rice.
I did notice that I had to then, because I was checking out special flavoring. It's kind of like that packet of seasoning you get in the ramen. That's what it
Did
is,
you do
Paul.
something different tonight, hon? This is unusual. It's very zingy.
It's got a little vinegar to it, a little vinegar.
Oh,
Kinda.
God.
No, what I did is I have it's one of my nail hacks. Like right now, you can see I have sans nails because I have a shoot tomorrow, and they were bright blue, like match my hair blue, for an event I had last week. So I need to look a little more corporate, so I took it off. So one of the wonderful nail hacks that I found is if you get a bag, you get the rice and you heat it up in a bowl for a minute or so, and then you put your nail polish remover into a plastic baggie with something kind of abrasive like a paper towel, or I usually use a dryer sheet. You put your hand into the bag with the nail polish remover, and then insert your entire hand into the rice, the warm rice, and it makes the acrylic nails come off exponentially faster. So
they're acrylics. Okay.
yeah,
I
and
was like,
so or if you use gel nail polishes or any of those polishes that are difficult to take off, glitter nail polishes, all of those things. So that rice went into the bag of things that I'm going to irradiate later anyway when I'm putting my hand into the the next time I have to take my nails off. So that's what I decided to do with that. So it is not going to be consumed by anyone in the household because, again, blessed.
That would not.
Blessed.
That would the odors from that acrylic stuff and nail polish remover. That would be really overpowering. That would not be good for your dinner. I don't think.
No. So Ego lives in that bag, so it's all fine. So again, couple of things. So we're gonna do the live stream this week, and then we're gonna take, I believe, 2 weeks off because you're gonna be traveling. Which is a good adventure. So do you want to give us a little taste of what you're going to be doing so people can follow you on the socials with all the pictures you're going to put up?
Oh, sure. We are driving to Austin, Texas. And this was an idea that we came up with when gas prices were lower.
Yep.
And, but still doing it. But we're going to stop. We're going to, my dear friend from college, Jason, he lives in Kansas City, Missouri. So we're going to break up the trip. We're going to go down next Saturday, stay at his house Saturday night, wake up Sunday, drive down to Austin. Then we're going to do the reverse on the way back. So there'll be lots of little stops in there.
Yeah. I've done that drive all the way through, and I've done it with a couple of stops. So it's not the prettiest drive, but it's certainly it's scenic enough. Like it's scenic enough. Like I think you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. So yeah, I had the opportunity last weekend to go to the great state of New Mexico. I was in Las Cruces, which was absolutely lovely. So thanks to everybody who joined us at the Las Cruces International Film Festival, and specifically at the awards ceremony that I got to be part of. It was fantastic. It was great to see all of the award winners and the films and the filmmakers that received all of their awards. It was really interesting because, Tiffany, you've heard this story, but in March of 2020, the last out of market gig that I did, hosting gig I did, was at the Las Cruces International Film Festival on March 7th, 2020. So I flew down there, and remember, I was like making jokes about I'm getting my name Campbell on. I had pictures of me like wiping down the seats, and people were like, Miss Shannon's overreacting and blah, blah, blah. And we got home, and what happened? Power down. 15 months.
Yeah. That's it was so quick how fast it went south.
Absolutely. So it was nice to see this. I was very honored that the first gig that I did officially out of market again was like the bookends to that. Here he comes. Let's see how this works.
Oh, here comes Mr. Dominic.
Well, see, here's the thing is because he turned 14 last week. So he's a big guy now. So we're going back and forth on some stuff. And one, if you notice my office chair, I don't always sit in it, but I officially gave him that office chair for his PC because it really sunk in that the chair I had him sitting at his desk with, way too small, not grown man chair, little kid chair. So I gave him that one, and then I ordered another one that I'll have in here eventually because I can get by without it. So I gave him that because he seems like that chair. You know what else I ordered today? And this is like, oh no. So I ordered an electric shaver for it.
Oh, does he have to shave?
I think so. You gonna say hi? Hi.
Someone has to shave.
He's got his little whiskers. His chin whiskers look very unruly. It looked very unruly. So what do you think? What?
He's just saying hi.
You gonna say hi?
Fingers.
Go get your chair. Go get the chair.
Yeah. Come and talk to us.
Yeah, so if he brings it back in here, then
He has to get a razor. He has to shave.
So I bought an electric one, and the way I decided which one to get, I was like, well, he has sensory issues, he's this, and I was gonna Google best razors for teenagers, or I was gonna ask one of my guy friends, but instead I just pulled it up on Amazon, and picked like a price point that I was comfortable with because he might not like it. And so I picked a price point.
Right.
And the very first review that I read happened to be from a parent who said, "This is great. My teenager just started using this and he has sensory issues and blah, blah, blah." And I
Okay.
was like, the universe worked it all out, you know?
Nice.
So I ordered the one that was tested and true by another mom that has kids that might have sensory issues. So we'll see. So, here's why I know, exactly, Sarah. I agree. Like that, I looked around, and here's the thing: is that I looked at his little thing,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have like a consistent, full on like I have a goatee yet.
Right.
But
Right.
what he does have is a series of extremely long chin hairs. You know, like when a whisker sneaks up on us, and you're
Oh
like,
my
"How did that
God.
get so long?"
Yeah.
He's got like
He's starting
12
from
of
the
them.
neck up. It's coming up this way.
Yeah, so he's got a ton of these like I don't want my 14-year-old to have a neck beard. So I'm just gonna it's not bothering him, but he
Right.
doesn't know. So I got him, I think it's an old school, it felt old school, like an old school Norelco is
You
what I
know,
got.
I'll tell you what though, the first kid who always got the kid at school who got the mustache first, that was always like, okay, now you're gonna go into the liquor store for us. You definitely look 21.
And so I'm just gonna, before anybody tries to ask, include him in illicit activities,
Right.
I'm just gonna help him give him a little shave. I'm gonna leave his little mustache, his
Aw, it's
little tween mustache.
cute.
I'll leave that, but
Yes.
this, I was like, we'll titty that up. And I had to help. I've been trying to help him learn facial hygiene because I don't think that people teach us that enough when we're young. Like, I don't remember, like, we had different talks as our parents, but even young girls, I don't think we talk enough about, yeah, you should wash your face this way. And here's why moisturizers are okay. So I'm trying to be the spa mom and tell them you can moisturize your face and we're gonna clean it with your little. I have my little exfoliating brush, so hopefully his acne doesn't get that bad. And so
Right.
just start on those habits now. Is what I feel.
Yeah. Oh my God, a razor.
Mhm.
I can't believe it. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's where
Oh,
that's what I'm living at. So let's do a couple of these stories. So one,
yeah.
I'll pull this one up. Because we got to cover a lot of territory and then remind everybody that we have some specifically we each have I have a couple of charity things coming up in April that I'll remind everybody once we get closer to, that we love to have people support, specifically like the Boys and Girls Club of the Twin Cities and some other things like that. But Tiffany, when you sent me this text message about this first story, I wasn't sure if you were completely creeped out or just mildly creeped out. So, do you want to give your take on the most recent arachnophobic predicament we have coming up?
Well, yeah. And I
Okay.
don't have the article pulled up at the moment, but I can pull it up on my phone. But basically, we don't have enough to panic about these days, obviously. The Ukraine, gas prices, what's been happening with the pandemic. Well, now we're going to get another invasion, and it's spiders.
Yeah.
Apparently, this has been trending for the last couple of years, but it's going to like rain spiders. And it's in like South Carolina, right? Isn't
Well,
it?
it's coming. These are going to start in the East Coast,
Yeah.
and that's why people are concerned. So these are. I'll use this one here. We'll pull up this article from USA. No, I'll use the Today Show's one. They had a good picture of it. Let me find this for you.
Well,
It's
it's creepy.
here's
It's
the
like,
thing that I'm kind of okay with is that it's. Oh, here's a good picture of them. You'll like this one. All right, so trigger warning, everybody out there. If
yeah.
you're like
If
not
you're-
cool with spiders, I'm about to share my screen. So just be prepared that it is aggressively spidery for a moment. So this is the spider that we are all talking about now. It's the flying horo spider.
Yep.
It said it could invade Maryland and the East Coast.
Yep.
In look at that.
Yeah,
So
it
the
says,
thing
oh yeah,
about
that's
this
where I
one,
got it from. Yeah, it said it swarmed Georgia by the millions last summer.
yeah. And it's the thing about this one is that they can get up to the size, they said, of a child's hand
Yeah.
is what they.
Yeah,
So
that's
I think, I
concerning.
mean, when you sent me this article, here's what I thought. I'm like, okay, I get why they're creepy. Don't get me wrong, but they're kind of pretty. If they,
Well,
I mean, I was kind of okay with that. I was hoping there was another picture of it. So we'll just stay on this one and hopefully nobody out there. So they can get to the size of a small child's hand. Um they can fly, and that's part of it. Is that they're basically like in the movie, the tail end of a Charlotte's Web, when all of they build their little parachutey things and
Yep.
take off.
Yep.
They could do that. And so they get sucked back up into the airstream. I find this fascinating, and I don't hate spiders.
Yeah, but I don't.
I
I like spiders just fine when they're in their business. You're in your world, I'm in mine. Don't try to
Okay.
jump on me. I don't want to be out for a walk and then all of a sudden one jumps on me. I'm not like
Well,
overly scared of spiders. I'll leave them alone,
mhm.
but if
But
something
I
falls
don't
on
think
me,
that they're actively trying to jump on you. I think it's more of the you were just in the way and it's very hard to like steer your spider parachute.
no,
That's
I'm
what I
taking it personal. They personally are attacking me and only me. Fact.
I if anybody is concerned about these flying horo spiders, the thing is though, they aren't dangerous to humans as far as we know, because although they have pretty large um fangs, technically they are venomous, but because of their fangs aren't big enough to actually puncture human skin.
Ah, well, good.
Yeah. So if that
Yeah,
makes you feel any better, they
until they
can't
morph.
actually. It's more like they can just like. Oh, here's another picture of them. We'll use this one. There. It's more like instead of them actually like, hey, Mark, welcome to the show. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Here's the thing. Instead of them actually like being able to bite through your skin, it's more like they just kind of like gum you a little bit. Is what. Right.
It's like when Grandpa used to take his dentures out and chase me around the house.
Yeah. See, look at how that one has like some additional
Okay, see,
colors
all of this
involved.
is you and your toxic positivity. That's what it is. That you're just little Miss Brightside over here. Look at that thing. That looks so dangerous. If I was like, I want a new superhero, I want him based on a spider, not Spider-Man, but I want to have Spider-Man's nemesis. What colors would I use? Those red,
But
yellow,
look at
and
that,
black.
the red and black. Like here, it almost looks like it's got a little like a face with like goggles. I think it looks like
Yes,
that.
it looks like something that would try to kill you if it was any larger.
No,
Yeah.
it's too bright. I feel like if it was going to try to kill you, it'd be dark and
No,
shadowy like
no.
Venom.
In
It was
nature, that's
it would sneak
what
up on you.
in nature, that's how you notice that something is venomous. Is if
I love
it's
this
those
headline.
colors.
They parachute. Seriously.
Oh my
The
God.
fact that the first line of the article is, yeah, they parachute.
Although I guess if you make silk,
True.
can we harvest it for silk? Can we invest in silk futures to offset the gas prices? I mean,
I don't think Georgia is prepared for it. That's the thing. The fact that they're going to go into Northeast Georgia, and Georgia's like, what did we do to
right.
get this one? Yeah.
Poor
So the researchers are excited about it, though. They said that they were accidentally stowaways on shipping containers. So everything can be in shipping containers now, including flying horo spiders.
right.
So
Great.
welcome to, I mean, they are less, the fact that they can't really hurt you, that's still better than the murder hornets that we had. And that blew over pretty quick, you know?
Yeah,
So
well,
that
I
wasn't
didn't
that
like
bad.
those either. I wasn't a fan of those either. If I've got to choose between the two, I choose nothing. I choose
That's not how choose between the two works, is it?
that's how it works in my mind. There's always plan C. It's never just A or B. There's also C, like not leaving the house.
You keep your none of the above handy. Is that what it is? You always have your none of the above.
Yeah, none of the above. That should always be an option. None of the above.
All right, so here's a story that I think is much kinder. So, and this is from here in the great state of Minnesota. We have both, you and I, have had a variety of homes. What is this? So, what are we, Paul? And body
Oh,
armor for spy. Oh,
well, maybe we should do that.
ah, okay. All right. So he says, I have a quick but interesting story about murder hornets. Okay. All right. What is your quick story about murder hornets, Paul? We'll have to like wait for him to put that in there.
Well, he's alive
While
to
he's
tell the
doing
tale, so they can't be that murdery.
I do think I didn't have any good murder hornet stories, but I did like that one where we were talking about the guy who had he was like in a Walmart parking lot and a swarm of bees moved into his back
Oh, yeah.
seat of his car.
Yep, and they just took over.
Yeah. 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 So Mark is a big fan.
Oh,
You
thanks,
are
Mark.
correct, Mark. She is so funny. So that was my favorite where they just went in real quick to Walmart, came out, and an entire hive of bees had moved in. And so that's what it is. There's a power outage at my job created by a fire in an okay.
Okay. The murder hornets did it. They're trying to kill you. They're using they're weaponizing.
They're like, we're
now.
just gonna electrocute the entire building and be very efficient about this whole thing. That's
Why are we going around killing people one at a time?
right.
Hey,
Zap, 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 zap.
Smarter, not harder.
What it was?
You know?
It was the murder hornets. They took a page out of all those people that put up that bug zapper light in their backyard.
Mhm.
The murder hornet's like, I got your bug zapper, humans.
I got
Here we
yes.
go. Mhm. Yeah. There's a nest of that flew out of the so oh my gosh.
Oh.
So they flew out. Green flames that came out of the back. Wow. Could you imagine? That is like the most sci-fi of experiences. You open it up, you think it's electro, and no, it's just murder hornets come streaming out on the top of the fact that there's already fire and electricity.
Oh my God.
That is a sign of the apocalypse for sure.
Right. What if you had your mouth open too? Oh.
Ugh. So
just
so you remember our friend Ken and Becky. So
of course.
They not murder hornet related, but adjacent. So they actually had to have someone come and take care of some plumbing issues and some things in their chimney because a swarm of bees had moved in and nested in their pipes.
Okay.
And the honey had clogged up all of their pipes.
Oh.
So they had to have all of that removed. So it's like, so never ever pressure wash an electrical box. Yeah.
Water and electricity, I've heard things. It's not good.
Yeah. No. I need to get that. The more you know. Like
we need that. We need that thing.
I'll bring that next time. I'll get that after our little 2-week hiatus, we'll bring that back. So we'll do that one.
Yeah, kind of thing. Too.
I'll do that. I'll find out first next year. I promise. I'll have that by the next time because we do have very wise friends and they are very nice. So if Paul's like, wasn't me, he's like telling you on behalf of a friend, he knows better.
Right.
There's 2 things that you don't throw water on: electrical boxes and grease fires.
Yes, grease fires.
Neither of those.
Nope.
Neither of those get water. Nope. Neither of those get water.
Well, why do we immediately want to put water on it though? You want to, but
of course, you're like, you see fire, you go, here's how we do.
Right.
So I thought this was a cute story, and it's about a homeowner here in Bloomington. And so some new as people are wont to do, some people bought this home, and after they moved in, they had to get some repairs done. And so a contractor was going through as he was making the repairs, and what he found was a note that was left behind from the previous owners. And so basically these new owners found this new thing, and it was like it was actually kind of sweet. So there's been people that have found like bootleggers stuff. They've done all that stuff. All this one was down is that somebody wrote them a very sweet note that has been in the wall since 1991.
Okay.
And so it was this handwritten note that told them basically, here's what's going on. I hope you enjoy the house. Here's where we are right now. And so I thought that was very sweet. It would never occur to me to leave a note for the potential. But look at that. Aww. So they found this nice handwritten note that says, it has a bunch of interesting information about what was going on at the time when they're like, the Twins are playing at the Dome, as are the Vikings. Bloomington is the 3rd largest city in the state. Gas prices, this was from 1991, it's $1.13 a gallon.
Oh,
yeah.
God, what I wouldn't do for that right now.
Right. And it says movies are $6. And so it's like, so if you go to the movie, so it says happy dwelling, and it was signed by the 4, we're presuming it's the parents and the kids that live there. Yeah. I thought that was very sweet and actually like a very nice thing.
It's also a really weird flex. We only paid this much, we only I
also think it's interesting. It's not a house. It's not a it is a very large time zone. It's a very
Yeah,
large time capsule at
it's a
this
very
point, Mark. I
elaborate
agree.
time capsule. Yeah,
Yeah. But I thought that was very because we've had a number of stories where somebody found something creepy or some
yeah,
weird alcove hidden in their basement
yeah,
or something where you're like, something that made you want to sell the house where you're like, okay, I can't live here. It's haunted.
right.
You learn something creepy about the house. But the fact that these homeowners in a very Bloomington, Minnesota type of way, we're like, hey, hope you like the house here. Kind of thing.
Well, don't you
Here's some
know?
nice things about 1991.
I'm writing
I thought
as
that
I'm
was
sitting at
lovely.
home watching Steve and Sharon on Good Company. They're just such a hoot.
We're
Got
just
love
feeling
those
all
guys.
just play and pass it forward. We're just like, you know what? We got, we bought some food for the people behind us in the drive-through line, and then we wrote this nice note
Yeah,
for the next homeowners,
yeah,
kind of thing. I thought that was lovely.
dude.
And from 1991 because their penmanship was impeccable, because
Right,
that's back when they still used to make us get really good at handwriting.
right. It's kind of a
That's
lost
when they
art.
were still on like, here's what we're gonna do.
I
So
get Mark's got a good
Dr.
voice.
Emmett Brown,
Dr. Emmett Brown's like,
he's all
Marty,
like, I left you a note. Hey,
Marty.
everyone, we're going back in time.
We've got to talk about your
Here,
children, Marty.
Marty, let me tell you about your parents, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
like,
I love Christopher
I love
Lloyd.
it. I love it. So that was our, we had one creepy-ish story and one sweet-ish story
Mhm.
that we thought we would tell everybody about this week. Um, and I am, in general, don't think that we have a lot of negative things in our personal lives in comparison to all of the serious things that are going out in the world. So we hope the same for all of you. That was part of the reason why we kind of started doing this podcast in the first place, is to build community. And we started, with a smaller group of some of my friends, like, geez, in March of 2020, when I canceled a birthday party that I like was like, oh, I guess we're not getting together, but we found a way to get together. And hopefully that's what we do every week when we're doing this. So we always appreciate everybody checking in. So yeah, Paul and Mark and Sarah, over the next couple of weeks, even though we're not going to be here on Sunday night, like, just ping us and let us know what's going on. And
Yeah,
we always appreciate being able to keep up with everybody because um, Tiffany and I both have our own variety of mental wellness challenges and things that we work on, and we know how important it is to manage to maintain connections, and especially right now when things are getting really hard. And once you get to a certain age, and making new friends is a difficult thing. So,
yep.
if there's anything we can do to support and amplify, man, let us know for
Mhm.
sure.
Well, and did you see the news today? Not to go on a downer,
Hmm.
but we had another celebrity pass. A really fantastic actor, William Hurt,
Which one?
passed away.
Oh,
I know, and I've always loved him.
yeah,
And yeah, so
yeah. No, it's been, it's we seem to be in one of those time periods where, as much as we can, I never encourage people to ignore all of the complexities that you have in your life. You should do, you have to feel all the feels. But if we can do anything to help you as much as possible, also focus on the things that are funny. Because like a good friend of mine says, we get to decide whether our life is a sitcom or a drama. We're going to have the same ups and downs.
yeah,
So if we can help you go, well, here's an up as well,
yep,
that'll help you, smile and help you sleep a little bit better at night, in the midst of all of the downs.
right.
We'll do that as well. Cause hey, there's gonna be lots of those ebbs and those flows. So yeah, Paul, it's that's, I think, is another reality of the age that we're all hitting. Cause most of the
Yeah.
people that we're talking to right
Well,
now, since
that's
they're
what I
our
was gonna
friends,
say. It's because we're getting old.
yeah, we're getting old. So the people that we grew up watching are getting older,
We're
you
in the
know.
middle of that bell curve right now, going kind of going to the other side where it starts sliding down.
Yeah, yeah, Paul, that's a great way to put it. Attitude determines the altitude, right? And so we just,
Oh, you should put
we
that
just
on a
keep
post
working on it, and we appreciate being able to connect with you guys and just see what's going on with you. So as much as you can, just keep sharing everything with us. So
Yeah,
here we go. So all right, I'm gonna go and let him go back outside.
right. Let him soak it up before, because now it looks like it's getting cloudy. So yeah,
Okay. So we'll go work on that. So everybody keep in touch over the next couple of weeks. We'll make sure that we make sure that if nothing else, we ping you and put some interesting stories out there. And I'm sure Tiffany will put some pictures up. So follow all of us on our social media. We have some good stuff that's coming up. So
all right.
anything else, Tiffany? Did I forget anything today?
No, no.
No. So it's like, We appreciate you. So stay safe, stay healthy, everybody, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. So bye.
Bye.
Someone who take a little time to see that maybe I'm not worthless. When all my plans fell far from good, and all my words were misunderstood, I start to think that maybe I deserve this. When my lucky stars crash to the ground, and the hands of fate were tightly bound, heard a voice say you're not alone. When calamity began to compound, the whiskey ran stop pouring down. That voice said, I'm not on my own. Oh, it was you. It was you. Streets and search for clues, trying to shake the sidewalk blues. Wanna feel like I won't fade away. Every next step that I take, the broken piece starts to bend and shake. So I sat down and prayed for rain. When my lucky stars crashed to the ground, my hands of fate were tightly bound, and a voice said,